excellent timing. So which Mustang?
So I looked into ordering the 350, the 350R, GT 350R.
Flat plane crank and carbon fiber wheels. That Mustang.
I couldn't take it, yeah. I looked around, I found somebody in Texas that wanted, so the MSRP I figured out was 63 or so. 63 to 65. I think it's 63.
This hasn't even gone on sale yet.
No, it hasn't. They've only leaked the, people have leaked the spec sheets for different configurations of it. And I called up somebody in Texas, and they told me MSRP is 75. So that's 12 grand that they're adding. And then he said he wants 30 on top of that. So he wants like 95 grand for a car that MSRP is for 65.
Yeah, it defeats the purpose, because if you want to spend 95 grand on a car, you can go and like, buy a Porsche.
Could have bought an R8 or something. Like, you know, there's a lot you can buy for 100 grand. But anyhow, so I did look into, there's a dealer in Walnut Creek that was like taking a lottery, and I did figure out like if I could afford a loan and whatnot. I was working it out, and I think I figured out that I could afford it if I won a new car. And part of me is thinking that I really should drive the GT, because the GT is going to be like a 90% of what the 350R would be, I'm guessing.
Minus the
engine
and the carbon fiber wheels.
No, it has the engine.
Oh, it
the
does?
GT has the flat plane V8. Sweet. So the 350R is just more. It's like more wheels, more suspension, more motor, less air conditioning, less stereo, less seats, right? So more power to weight. So my plan here, I guess, is to wait until the GT's actually in a showroom. Because if I drive a GT and I don't like it, I will have really squandered the opportunity. Well, it seems like a waste of money to like put down a deposit and whatnot, if you can. But I would love to go pick up this car from like some dealer in bumfuck New Jersey or something, or Ohio, or you know, who knows.
Not California.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly. Not California. I'd like to go pick it up somewhere where they're not charging 30 grand over an inflated MSRP. Drive it back. It'd be fun, but I don't know. I'm worried. I kind of want to make sure that the GT is good.
I didn't know the GT was going to have that engine. I thought that was the whole point of the special edition package.
I think the GT has a nice engine. I can double check.
Because the GT is already launched. They did the body refresh for 2014 model whatever year and a half ago.
Yeah, well, they announced the GT and the 350 are roughly the same time. I think all the press releases I was seeing like have both of them in it.
They announced the Ford GT, not the Mustang GT.
Sure,
around the same time.
Right. Oh, okay.
I didn't think that the Mustang GT, like the V8 version of the one that has the 4 EcoBoost now,
Gets
was
the
going to
nice
get
engine.
the fancy engine. I thought that was just the GTR or whatever. It's in here somewhere.
Yeah.
Whatever the stupid word is that they have for this thing.
You do that. I'm gonna pump more air into our oil tank.
It's all gonna start to make sense and feel.
Yeah, a few clever cuts and it all makes
perfectly
sense.
normal.
So the GT then.
There's the regular Mustang GT, then there's the Shelby GT 350.
Yeah.
Which I'm guessing is replacing the GT 500 supercharged thing they've got now.
And that has the V8, and that's probably going to be impossible to test drive.
May or may not be replacing the Boss 302.
Dude, Mustang makes way too many fucking stupid versions. Yeah, so you
Boss
can assume...
Raceway Laguna Seca Edition Boss 302. So we got 350 base, 350 track package, 350 technology package, which has some registered trademark signs in front of everything on this list.
Yeah.
And then the GT350R, and then the GT350R W/electronics package.
Yes. So it goes to the point where it hits 350 competition package, and that's the one where they strip out the AC, the sound dampening, the back seats, and the radio. And then you go up to the GT350R. Or no, that's the GT350R competition. And then if you go one more trim level, they add back the AC, the radio, and the sound
You pay once to take it away, and then you pay twice as much to get it back. Even Lamborghini doesn't do that.
No, it's ridiculous. Yeah, you pay to get rid of it, and you pay to have it back again.
I
So
can
it's
imagine
almost
them taking a cue from that. Like, why didn't we think of that?
Yeah.
We got the rear-wheel drive Balboni edition, then we can have the four-wheel drive Balboni edition, where you pay to get back the front-wheel drive that we took out.
And then there's the Super Veloce, and then they could have the Super Veloce something that comes with air conditioning.
Yeah, the Ultra Laguna, and then the regular Laguna. So this has all R content. I'm guessing means.
So they're all supersets on the way up.
Sync 3 communications and entertainment system with 8-inch touchscreen
so
and 7-speaker audio system, which is really going to help it go faster.
Awful. The problem is you can't get the HVAC system without getting the stereo. So I really don't want the stereo. I don't care, but you can't get AC without the stereo.
Dual zone, climate control, rear view camera.
Right, and camera, which I don't care either. So it's like, I would love if they made one without the. Well, they're doing the hot rod thing, where they're like giving you the muscle car thing, where they're giving you the big engine, and it's not even at all. It's not just the big engine in the base model car. It's like a nice engine in a much more updated car, and then no AC and no stereo, which is sort of in line with like previous, the old, I don't know, Roadrunners and whatnot.
Everything we've read about it hasn't mentioned the suspension or anything else yet. I have to assume that they're going to have a better suspension than the not Shelby one.
Yeah, it at least, I don't know, that's what I found out, that once you get up to the 350 trim, it has a better suspension. And the 350R has even different suspension because it's tuned for the wheels. So they changed the damping or something on the 350R to accommodate the wheels.
That's excellent.
Which is great.
Wheels, they don't.
Yeah,
unsprung mass is worth 3 times as much on that back of the envelope weight.
So it's gonna be great. It just now I'm like, if I even do this, I don't know, man, because. Do you even want to drive? Do you want to use the carbon fiber wheels every day?
Yes, you want to use the carbon fiber wheels in your sleep. You want to dream about carbon fiber wheels.
You've got to use. You can't take those wheels off the car. They have to be on the car.
No, if anything, you need more sets of those wheels to put them on other cars so that they don't feel left out.
I wonder what the bolt pattern is. Those are going to be just like ridiculously expensive.
Yeah, probably not as ridiculously expensive as they have been up to this point.
No. So
like, who else even uses them?
It has the prices on this thing, I think.
SSC Ultimate Aero was the first car to actually ship with usable carbon fiber wheels that were just for looks. And then the second one, as far as I know, is the Koenigsegg, and they build them in-house.
Right.
The SSC came with the Australian ones, Carbon Revolution, which has been promising for almost 10 years now, that any day now, BMW and Porsche and all these other mainstream performance brands are going to start shipping with their Australian wheels. I have yet to see that materialize, probably because of some volume production issue.
So it says here that the MSRP upgrade to the R package, equipment group 920A, is $13,500. Suggested retail, $12,000 dealer invoice or whatever.
And
so
what is the
$4,000 a
package?
wheel. It's basically the wheels. I mean, this is the next. So this is the R package, the equipment package that brings you up to the R trim, which was whatever we just talked about. The like suspension upgrades, the new wheels, the removal of the air conditioning, the removal of the radio, the removal of the back seats, and this brings you up to. So that $13,000 is basically you're paying for wheels, I'm guessing, or $12,000. That's mostly wheels, because the springs are going to cost the same amount of money to make. There's different spring made. Shocks, slightly different tune, whatever. You're not actually getting. You're paying basically $4,000 per wheel to get the upgrade.
$4,000 per wheel. People have paid $4,000 per wheel for things that aren't made out of carbon fiber and aren't particularly light, like the dubs that go on giant trucks. And some of those things are really expensive.
Yeah, it's okay though, because you can get dub money. You can put those fuckers on
right
away.
No limits. So what's this sludge?
That's the same leak.
Same. So this is all this. Okay. So we used to have the fuel bowl leaking, which was kept putting diesel on everything. Now we have an oil leak because we're about 2 quarts low after 5,000 miles. And you can see up there on the cylinder head, it's pretty damp. So my guess is the turbo pedestal is leaking. Yeah. This is test driving the cosmetically rough Viggen with Matt and Jerrit. So this is definitely the original shifter. All my cars have the short shifter, which is not so much about the shift throw, but it replaces all the rubber and plastic and crap in the linkage with metric bearings, and it's all stainless. So this feels way looser and rubbier than I'm used to. Assuming it also has the stock engine mounts based on the amount of drivetrain lurch. Not to say that they're broken, but that they move around a lot more in general. So if you have a lot of torque and you're switching back and forth between engine braking and throttle, it definitely comes across, even to the passenger. Probably not recently replaced motor mounts either.
Yeah, I think you said you did the trans mounts, but not the motor mounts.
So there's 3 mounts. 2 of them are attached to the transmission, 1 on each side and 1 in the back. We'd have to see for sure which ones he did. But he definitely didn't do the solid rear mount, otherwise the cabin would be buzzing like my cars. Stage 1 tune that you didn't even need to add a downpipe to have gotten it to work. The downpipe helps with the spool up. The turbo can evacuate its gases out of the way and start spinning faster sooner than it would otherwise with the narrow restrictive ones. But for this power level, the air intake that he did is totally unnecessary. The stock air intake is good for like 400 horsepower.
Is it a giant panel filter or something?
It is. It's a very large surface area rectangular panel filter.
Around 80 and didn't notice anything, but I mean that wheel is like obviously bent, so
yeah. The back in this car is kind of along for the ride, so you might be able to hear it, but not necessarily feel it. That's probably why it's back there. After it happened, they probably rotated it to the back.
Yeah, I mean they're all pretty terrible, but I don't think it matters. Like here, then a U-turn and get back on south, or you can go over to Bayshore Freeway. Drop me off. Oh, I need to get the stuff from your car. If you could bring me back to Sterling, I can meet up with you probably after 5:30 or something like that to get record. But I mean, like, I don't know if this guy's like in a rush, but I could find time tomorrow to go to the shop with you.
Yeah, that probably works better.
All right.
At that time.
Yeah, cosmetically, it's pretty beat.
Yeah.
Like every single thing that could be loose or broken is pretty much loose or broken.
Interior and exterior both.
Yeah. So this is the sunroof control that's now gone?
No, this is.
All right. Yeah, he said it doesn't work. This is with the manual open and close. Because it was spinning. Oh, you popped it. Can you unpop it?
Nope, guess not. Whoops.
I mean, that's probably what this thing is. You probably have to get like a wrench in there, or a screwdriver in there, and spin it.
That's what we did when we bought the blue car before we brought it home. We had to crack that open because none of the windows would go down, so the car was filling with all the gas fumes. Yeah, it's one more thing to add to the list. That's really not very good. Probably disconnect the switch.
Yeah, the switch should go.
Man, this light sucks. Fucking Mountain View.
To be fair, I think we're in Palo Alto, so Palo Alto also sucks.
Yeah, PaloMountainVale also pretty much just suck equally.
Maybe I just need to get used to it more, but it seemed like very off.
Yeah,
like
see if you can point the GoPro down at the pedals. test drives traffic-wise I've ever been on. So for smog purposes, it probably isn't even worth keeping the go fast bits on. The manual boost controller, the air intake, and the downpipe are so overkill for the amount of power this car is making right now that you can just sell them or hang on to them someday when you want to make like 300 horsepower.
I mean, but like, what else do you need to make 300 horsepower in this car?
Fuel pressure regulator and sport tuning. The black car makes 300 crank horsepower, 275 wheel, and it's got basically the stuff this has on it, minus manual boost controller, because that's silly for Tronic 7. And
yeah, I'd be curious to know exactly what tune this guy got.
We can ask Nick.
All right.
Nick Taliaferro. I'm guessing it's just the stage 1 based on the way it feels.
Overdue for an oil change, it looks like, or it just didn't get a new sticker or something?
The interval that they recommended for the next 5K, I don't know. The interval that Saab recommended was 7,500 miles or something. It's way too long for this engine. It has a fair amount of blow-by by design that blackens the engine oil quickly, and they have a lot of sludge problems that they keep coming out with yet another revision after another to the PCB system to deal with. So I would change the oil at 5,000 mile intervals because it's nice and easy to remember, but every time I take it to a track I change the oil afterwards, no exceptions, because I figure that much high RPM operation is just blowing tons of crap into the crankcase.
Yeah, so this is definitely overdue for an oil change if that sticker's right.
It recommends 5W30 synthetic from the factory, but I had oil consumption problems with the Mobile 1, so we've all sort of standardized on that Rotella 540 synthetic, which is probably better anyway for a hot track day at Thunderhill in the summer, but I don't know if running slightly heavier weight oil is good or bad for it most of the rest of the year. I figure it's close enough that it's not going to matter that much.
The shocks feel okay?
Yeah, they feel good enough. The springs look rusty and original. I figure this was probably an East Coast or Midwest car.
Yeah, I've got the VIN, so I'll put it up on like the Wanna Carfax site.
Yeah, it drives a lot better than it looks. Let's put it that way.
But it looks pretty terrible. Alright, so we gotta ask him to somehow fix this nonsense.
Yeah, I was blaming the air conditioner earlier for being really rough when it kicks in, but that's actually corresponding to the electric radiator fan, so I think that the load on the electrical system is causing the alternator to do a rough kick on, which is unusual. I've never had that happen on any of these cars, so I wonder, he says a brand new battery.
Yeah, he said new battery.
So I wonder if the charging system is off somehow, or if there's corrosion on the cables preventing the battery from supplying the proper amount of current when the fan and stuff kick on. That's one more thing to look at. We might just be able to clean all the terminals off. Alright, review.
Hundreds of hours of people like looking into their GoPro, and there we're gonna have another one.
I didn't actually tell it to record, it just started recording. Yeah, I did that again.